Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a first impressions on a product, and I'm also going to do a little hype test. So recently, Wayne Goss, he is a makeup artist, absolutely wonderful. I will link his channel below. He made a video about this foundation primer, and he went on and on about it, bragging, or not bragging, he was just going on and on about how great this foundation primer is, how awesome it is. So I wanted to give it a try for myself. So he was talking about the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. I really want to test this product out and see if it lives up to the hype that it has been given. I really want to try it out. I want to do updates throughout the day and really see if this affects or, changes the wear of your foundation. I really want to put this to the test and see if it is worth the hype. We all want to know if makeup products are worth the hype they've been given before we go and buy them. So I wanted to kind of give you guys my thoughts on this product and see if it was worth the hype. So let's go ahead and get started. So I bought this foundation primer for $4.90. That is really inexpensive considering that foundation primers are not usually a cheap thing. Even in the drugstore side, they can go up or get up to like $20. So $4.90, I'll take it. I believe that this brand is in Europe. It did take 2 weeks to come, which considering that I live in the United States, it is pretty reasonable, the time that it came in the mail. So really good shipping time. But yeah, considering it came from Europe and I'm in the States, that is a really good shipping time. So on the front, it's very nice packaging. It looks really just sleek and looks like just amazing. It says The Ordinary. It comes with 30 milliliters. High adherence silicone primer. It is a high adherence blurring surface smoother and primer. And it says on the top right here, clinical formulations with integrity. On the back it says high adherence silicone primer with advanced adaptive silicone. So I think that it's going to adapt to your skin. It's just gonna have like a silicone kind of texture to it. And it is fragrance free, which is really nice for us that have sensitive skin. We don't want any extra perfumes in our makeup. It does come with 1 fluid ounce of product. So far it seems that it is going to smooth the surface of your skin and it's going to act as a primer, and it's just really gonna be like a good base for your foundation to stick to. So this sounds like a really nice foundation primer. And it's fragrance free. It sounds really nice and appealing, so I'm ready to get this onto my face. I'm really curious on how this is going to work on my oily skin. Will it keep me matte? Will it just kind of keep me just generally neutral all over? I don't know, we're gonna have to see. So I got that much. It looks like, I don't know, just a general moisturizer. Nothing, I can't really tell, it's just white. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of this on the skin. I think this is going to be a perfect amount. Let's go ahead and then we're gonna actually pour that in. Wow, it feels really nice. I like that it didn't come out as like a silicone formula texture to it, but when you blend it into the skin, it actually turns into silicone. I can really feel it smoothing out my skin. So I'm gonna kind of tap that. I'm gonna use tapping and rubbing motions because I wanna tap this foundation primer into the pores. It feels like it's smoothing out the skin. I'm really liking the texture and the feeling of it on the skin so far. So taking a look at it, it looks like that it generally did blur out the pores and stuff and kind of minimize the appearance of pores, kind of made them look a little bit smaller, so that is really nice. It feels so smooth on the skin. My skin feels like velvet, so absolutely amazing. The texture is really nice. It didn't have a highly perfumey scent. It just smelled like a neutral kind of makeup product. So now that I have that all blended in, I feel like that I did get enough product, so I am going to go ahead and move on to foundation. I am going to keep you guys on camera for the foundation application process because I want you to see the process of it blending in, how I feel that the foundation is blending in, and all that great stuff. So let's go ahead and move on to foundation. For my foundation, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Porcelain. I'm gonna blend that in with my damp beauty blender. And like I said, I have really large pores, compared to the other areas on my face, really large pores on my cheek area. So that is an area where pores tend to really show through on my foundation. So I want to see if this really covers all those up and blurs them out. So I'm now done blending out the foundation, and I must say that I'm really impressed on how smooth it made my skin look. As far as like the appearance of pores go, I feel like it's a barely there kind of situation. Like I can barely see the pores, and if so, I kind of have to actually look for them, if you know what I mean. But actually really smooth skin. I'm just focusing on the cheek area because that's where I have issues with pores showing through and all that stuff, which no one really likes. You know, so we like to really get that covered up. But yeah, my skin looks really smooth. As far as the other areas, I have no issue. I had no issue with my foundation blending out. It looked really nice. So I am going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to talk more about the foundation primer and also give you guys updates throughout the day. I have now finished all of my makeup, and I have to say that I am really impressed with this foundation primer as far as blurring everything out. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to tell if it prolonged the wear of my foundation. I just put this on, but I'm so impressed on how smooth my skin looks. Like it literally looks airbrushed, and I feel that the primer played a big part in that. So I'm really impressed with that so far. I am not experiencing any issues. My foundation blended out beautifully. My foundation and skin just look absolutely smooth. My pores are like minimal at this point. You really kind of have to really look close to actually see them, but it really just smoothed them out and really downsized the size of my pores and really smoothed them out. So I'm really impressed with that so far. Absolutely amazing primer. I will be doing updates throughout the day. It is 4:11 in the afternoon, and I will be doing updates as long as I can until I'm really ready to take the makeup off. So I'm really impressed so far, and I will come back throughout the day and give you guys updates. So I will see you guys later. Okay, update number 1. It is now 6:30 in the afternoon, so it has been a little bit over 2 hours since I have applied my foundation and I finished doing my makeup. I just want to say I am so satisfied and impressed with this foundation primer. My skin looks like so fresh. It looks like I just put on my makeup. My cheek area looks absolutely wonderful. My pores are still like blurred out. It just looks absolutely flawless. So I am a little bit oily on my nose area, but not in a very excessive amount of oiliness going on there. I'm gonna do maybe 1 or 2 more updates, and I will come back and give you guys more of my thoughts on the product. But so far, I am so impressed. All right, everybody, so it is now 8 o'clock, and I think that this is going to be my last check-in because I'm just ready to take my makeup off. So I did notice that there was a little bit of wear on the chin, on the below my nose, and on the bridge of my nose. So there was a little bit of wear there, and like around the edge of my nose. And but I think that the cheeks look absolutely great. If you do have oily skin like me, I would probably wear a mattifying primer in the T-zone, so you would be kept matte throughout the day. But I think that nonetheless, it is a good primer, especially for $5. So I actually didn't read this part on the box, but I was looking at it after I applied the makeup, and I was just like looking at the box, and I noticed that it says that it supports makeup adherence, it supports visible surface texture. So if you have texture on your skin, then this will smooth that out supposedly, but I don't have any texture at the moment, so I could not really talk about that or have an opinion on that. And it also says that it supports hydration, so if you do have dry skin, maybe this would be perfect for you. But I would definitely apply a mattifying primer in the T-zone, and I think that my makeup would look bomb throughout the day, from day to night. I did fail to mention that my foundation sunk into the fine lines, so I mean, that happens with me. That happens to me with every kind of foundation. So it's something I get used to, but I would probably blot at this point. Anyways, that is my final thoughts on the product. I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a button on the screen where you can easily do so. And I will have all my social media links down in the description box below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.